Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Taking another trip across the pond here. NFL Week 5, Jags, Bills. Bills laying 5.5 points here. Totals at 48.5. Let's do it.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
So the public's heavy on Buffalo here. Tickets on Buffalo. Handle on Buffalo. Everyone's on Buffalo. And the line hasn't moved. We're still looking at 5.5. As of right now, I'm recording this late Friday night. As of right now, odds makers seem pretty comfortable playing against all that Buffalo money. We'll have to wait and see. But it's not just the Bills' offense that's been on an absolute warpath since the Jets lost. The Bills' defense, they forced 3 turnovers from Jimmy Garoppolo, held the Raiders to just 240 yards of offense in that blowout. Next game, they sacked Sam Howell 9 times and grabbed 4 interceptions in that blowout. Then the unstoppable Miami Dolphins. The unstoppable Dolphins offense, they held Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle combined to just 7 catches, 104 yards receiving. Buffalo followed up their loss to the Jets with 3 consecutive blowout wins. That being said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in Buffalo right now. Bills took a huge hit in the Dolphins game last week. Star cornerback Tre'Davious White tore his Achilles and is now out for the year. That sucks. And one of their other corners who they need to step up with White being out, Christian Benford, he might not even play in this game. He's currently listed as questionable. Also, 2021 first-round pick defensive end Greg Rousseau, he's out this week as well. So 2 huge hits on that Buffalo defense. Now, there are a couple positives, though. First one being star safety Jordan Poyer back in the lineup. He didn't play in the Dolphins game. It also looks like Von Miller is going to be back on the field for the Bills. He hasn't played since last Thanksgiving, so I don't know how much of a factor he'll be in his first game back, but it's still huge for the Bills if he's active, especially with Rousseau out. Now, you would think this Jacksonville Jags offense would be a really tough matchup for the Bills defense, but analytically, Jacksonville's offense really hasn't been very good this year. The only reason I bet Jacksonville so heavy last week was I love the way they matched up against the Falcons. This isn't the Falcons. Straight up, Jacksonville's run game has not been good. Just 22nd in DVOA, 20th in adjusted line yards, and 24th in yards per carry by running backs. Offensive line hasn't been great, and honestly, neither has Travis Etienne so far. And that's important in this matchup particularly because that's clearly the most efficient way to move the chains on this Bills defense. Buffalo's defense did shut Josh Jacobs down in the Raiders game. He did nothing. But look at the other 3 starting running backs to play against Buffalo. Breece Hall, 127 yards on 10 carries. Brian Robinson, 70 yards on 10 carries. Devin Achane, 101 yards on 8 carries. Buffalo's run defense may be 11th in DVOA and 12th in adjusted line yards, so analytically this is a good run defense, but they've shown us they're vulnerable to big plays from opposing running backs. Bills defense is dead last in the NFL, allowing 5.98 yards per carry to opposing running backs. And I cannot stress this enough. Travis Etienne needs to be a factor here because this Bills pass defense is about as elite as it gets in the NFL. They're 2nd in pass defense DVOA, 1st in adjusted sack rate, 2nd in opponent's passer rating allowed. And Trevor Lawrence, as we know, is a quarterback that has struggled with pressure over the course of his career. Last season, when given a clean pocket, Trevor Lawrence was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, top 5 in most passing analytics from a clean pocket. But when pressured, he drops to the bottom 10 in those same analytical categories. Again, most of my reasoning for the Jacksonville bet last week was matchup based. Atlanta has no pass rush at all. They do not pressure quarterbacks. Buffalo's defense is basically the complete opposite of that. And when we flip it over to the other side of the ball, again, I have to bring it back to the matchup. I bet Jacksonville because Atlanta can't throw it. Entering last week, Jacksonville was 25th in pass defense DVOA, 22nd in opponent's passer rating, and 25th in yards per pass attempt allowed. Jags can defend the run. They struggle against the pass, so I bet the Jags last week, knowing Desmond Ridder can't really throw the ball. Josh Allen's carving secondaries up right now. Will Jacksonville's defense give Buffalo problems establishing a run? Yeah, that's possible. I could see that happening. But against the pass, I don't see how they make stops here. The Jags pass rush may have showed up last week against Atlanta, but the Falcons have a bottom 3 pass protection. Bills' offensive line isn't elite, but it's way better than the Falcons. They're 16th in adjusted sack rate and 5th in pressure rate allowed. Overall, I do expect to see Travis Etienne make a big play or two, but I can't fade this Bills team right now. They're absolutely rolling teams, and I do not like what I've seen from the Jags this year as a whole. I know that spot-wise, you got Buffalo traveling across the ocean after a huge division win. I know that doesn't exactly sound great, but I think this Bills team is just on a mission right now. Favorites are 26-16 against the spread in NFL's International Series. I'll play it. Give me Buffalo minus 5.5 here. If you want my top bets, parlays of the day, if you want to join our Discord, or you want to get on the NFL against the spread giveaway contest, head over to KyleKirms.com. The information's right there on the homepage. NFL Week 5, another London game. Man, I hate these. And it's not the fact that they play in London. I could care less. That sounds good to me. But I hate that they start at 9:30 a.m. What the hell is that? But yeah, I'm on Buffalo. Let's go Bills. Remember to bet responsibly. Let's have ourselves a good weekend, and I'll talk to you on Discord.